Morning. Hope everyone is doing good and can hear me fine here. Hope everyone had a great weekend. So we are looking at NASDAQ and ES just like usual. So this is the daily chart. We saw extreme correction in the last 2 days. I'm expecting it to trade further lower after trading inside this Friday's opening range gap. It wasn't really traded inside of it. So I have got that annotated. I need to do my chart annotations because I did not really want to open my charts other than New York session because I end up trading Asian and stupid ranges which I'm not supposed to trade. So that is why I completely avoided doing this annotations beforehand. Let's see. Regular trading our closing price was already marked up. Going to break the midnight open range as well. Alright, looks good. Let's do the same on ES now. Oh, we did it on ES. Let's do it on NQ now. We are 8 minutes away from market open. So no stress. I'm expecting it to trade inside the Friday's opening range gap below before start sweeping and continuing lower. It is the weekly busy that I'm looking at. If I'll show you. No, do not want that here. It's good. All right, and now we are simply going to be waiting for our opening bell, which is 7 minutes away. Just setting up my PNL again. All right, looks good. We are 5 minutes away from market open. expecting it to trade higher inside these inefficiencies from Friday. Fill in this opening range gap today. We are going to be getting over premium opening range gap for today. So first I am expecting it to fill the Friday's opening range gap, and then we can see some sort of reaction to the lower side where I'm thinking to interact. I believe it needs to trade inside this 4-hour inefficiency, and that will get it to the 0.5 of the Friday's opening range gap as well, from where I'm expecting some sort of reversal towards the lower side. We have been trading higher and higher since the open. We did this low and then continued higher, and it's been the case since that. This looks too one-sided to me, especially when the daily, so weekly this busy. This is what I expected to trade inside. And on ES we have got the similar thing, so that is my bias. We are 3 minutes away from market open. Let's see what we get. I'm copy trading on 10 accounts, out of which 7 are evaluation and 3 are funded. I won't be risking more than $150 on each of the trades. My daily loss limit is at $600, and that is just to give it a little room. Other than that, it is at $500. And my daily profit target, which I'm not really going to aim for today, is $1,500. So yeah. I've got 3 funded with MFFU core plan, and I have got 5 evaluations from FundedNext 25K, where I've got $1,000 buffer, and also continuing on the 2 core that we had last week. Need to make 1,500 more on that. So yeah, let's see. Morning. Yep, it is, and hope you had a great weekend, brother. And I am expecting some sort of speed once the market has opened. Let's see. It's no news Monday, so be aware of that. And do not try to leverage or anything like that. Good days are coming. Next week is CPI. We have also got ISM, and on Tuesday and Thursday is the economic calendar news driver for this week. I'm expecting it to continue higher until the Friday's opening range gaps, consequent encroachment. That's a 4-hour CB as well. And then we'll be looking to short it from there maybe. If we look at weekly chart, this is what I think it is heading to, weekly busy. So we are just filling in the Friday's opening range gap, which wasn't really traded into at all right now on both ES and NQ. So higher prices is the expectations during the opening range. We are just 15 minutes away, 15 seconds away, I'm sorry. Hope you can hear me fine. If not, just let me know over the chat. We will be changing to regular trading hours. We have got premium opening range gap today. So 6268. 6268 is there. Opening range gap. Right, good. Just trading as it was expected to trade. Should continue higher towards the consequent encroachment. This is annoying. 892.25. Here we go. This is today's, and remember that I have also got annotated the Fridays because we did not really trade inside of it. See, so on regular trading hours, it is just filling in this inefficiency. If you notice on both, so this is what I expect it to trade to. Also can use the new week opening gap high. Let's see. Change it to electronic trading hours. Will be waiting here. All right, trading lower. Got this fair value gap. 1 minute busy on on NQ, sorry. All right, ES trades inside the Friday's opening range gap now. We've got this fair value gap on ES now. Just give me a second. I want to check if my account is the leader. Yeah. Yep, it is. Let's go to. Alrighto. ES is using the low of the Friday's opening range gap to continue running higher. While NQ seems to be correcting a little. Got these equal highs at the moment. It is actually a lot of points, to be honest. 100 points from here. But remember that today's opening range gap low is starting from here on ES, and on NQ it's starting from here, and it's a premium opening range gap. We are in bearish order flow, higher time frame. I'm expecting the weekly to be dropped inside the busy that we are looking at. Let's see. We have also got this volume imbalance on both. Alright, NQ makes higher highs. So we have got ISM services PMI tomorrow at 10 a.m. and on Thursday we have got 8:30 unemployment claims. So on Thursday I'll be starting my stream earlier. Somewhere around the news driver event. It was tempting to tag long here, but Don't really wanna, interact in such bearish order flow like that. But it is highly probable that it is going to fill in that Friday's opening range gaps, consequent encroachment, or at least to 0.25 level. Still, oh, okay, we have got our first presented fair value gap on ES. We have got volume balance. Still waiting for one on NQ. Alright, touches the 0.25. Still looks bullish to continue. I was looking at the market here and thought of going long using this volume imbalance and using the lower half of this wick, which would have been this as my stop. But I was like, nah, it's not my time to interact with the market yet. We did not really have any news driver, so did not. But would have been a good trade. Would have targeted at least the 0.25 here. Do you like the volume now? Time is everything, brother. Time then price. Always. So about to get our first presented fair value gap on NQ if it continues higher and closes like this above the 0.25 level. See, looks good enough. Around 2 hour. Let's see. Got this fair value gap on ES. I think it is just going to continue higher until the consequent encroachment and then use these inefficiencies to drop lower. Let's see. We are approaching 40s, so we'll be looking for it to retrace a little and see how it is going to react in these inefficiencies. I have not yet put my order there. I'll be waiting for it to show me if it wants to continue higher or not. So on the higher time frame, we'll start looking for 4 hour now. It is inside this. Have we got volume imbalance? Yep. 92.75, 93.25. So we are going to include all 126.5, 126.75. Here for the 0.75. No volume imbalance, so 357. 314.751 balance. Thank you. ES has not yet traded. Seems to be retracing. Maybe wants to tag this inefficiency. Alright, ES dips inside of it. Got the first presented much lower. NQ has not even referred the 0.25. Looks bullish on ES. If it closes inside, that will be interesting. $9.41. So 8 minutes away from macro. Back inside this fair value gap on ES while NQ continues to make higher highs. Took this high. Did not even trade to the 0.25 level, so no chance of me to tag in long here. That will be me chasing price. And also knowing that ES is testing this again and again and got the first presented fair value gap much lower than where NQ is. So yeah. Alright. Looks like it just want to continue going higher, complete the run, and then drop lower using these inefficiencies as bearish PD rates. About to retest 0.25 of the Friday's opening range gap. Not really retest, it's trading inside of it for the first time. No worries, we'll just wait patiently. Alright, got this fair value gap. Let's see how it treats it. Okay, 5 minutes away from macro. Alright, trading above the 0.25 on ES and about to test 0.5 of Friday's opening range gap on NQ. Alright, let's see if it wants to continue higher to these levels. I'll look at how dollar is trading right now. Okay, it's tanking on 4 hour. That's cool for all the risk on assets. Let's see. I won't try to pick the top. Be needing some sort of confirmation because US has still got some more trading to do towards the higher side, I believe. Consequent encroachment above this new week opening gap. So 4 hour consequent encroachment has been traded on NQ. Yes, is trading above this wick. All these inefficiencies, I want them to be using it bearishly to run it lower. Let's see. NQ seems to be running out of juice now. One and a half minute away from macro. I got this small inefficiency. I want this to be inverted as well for me to go short or participate in kind of position here. Then I can use the consequent encroachment as my stop. And yeah, maybe use first presented trade value gap as my first target. So we are in macro now. We have still got some range to do, did not trade to the consequent encroachment 6336. So breaks lower on ES after the start of macro. Alright, now if it continues going lower, I might interact in a short. Still early to jump in. We've got new week opening gap high here, consequent encroachment of the 4 hour, or the opening range gap has not been traded inside. The ES is referring 0.25 here. It is going to continue higher. I trade inside that fair value gap and reacts bearishly. ES is working on this CB. Got volume imbalance. This is a short for me. I am in on all my 10 accounts. Let's see. Consequent encroachment. Volume imbalance here. It should be respected as premium array. Looks like it is going to continue higher. It's okay. Alright, first loss for the day. Got $185 loss there. Looks like ES wants to continue higher. And yeah, let's see. It's okay. Could have taken a long here, at least to the new week opening up high. 30 points range. So good. Right. Some rejection from new week opening up high. Yes, did not really trade it inside of this. Is it just to trade inside this BC, or we did invert it bearishly now? Hey Rajshek, how we doing? No, nothing much. It's just trading inside the Friday's opening range gap because it did not really trade inside of it. Yeah, I just took a loss, taking a short, expecting it to drop from here. So yeah, and right now it is just continuing and trading inside of this 4-hour, you know, SIBI on both. So yep, I'm waiting for it to reject and drop lower because my draw on liquidity is from the weekly chart, this BC, which is actually starting from here because of consequent encroachment. But it looks like because dollar seems to be, crashing down, if you look at DXY, that the dip is already in. This is what dollar did, and that is why all the risk on assets were dropping. Close to the weekend, we had some development between Trump and Apple and other um, tech developers. That is why we had this drop last week. So yeah, hope I was able to answer your question there. I was about to interact with it around here. This it was in macro, that is why, and expected this small CB to be inverted using this VIX lower half as my stop and entering inside this volume imbalance. But as it was not in my timing of my model, and we did not really had any news around 8:30, that is when I interact in these kind of setups. So that is why I was like, okay, stop it. So yep, let's see. That is what I'm expecting it to do, to be honest. So if you see that opening range gap is finishing here, and then we have got our weekly BC starting from here on NQ. Weekly BC is also starting here on CB, so below the opening range gap that we got today. But maybe they just want to fill in this inefficiency from Friday today. We have got 10 o'clock, so we have already got our opening range. Let's see. how it wants to trade. Maybe it wants to take this high. It is trading at the consequent encroachment of the Friday's opening range gap on ES. So now I am looking for it to reverse, to be honest. I'll remove this one because that is already in that one. And we'll be looking for some sort of bearish reaction of this one. It's a no news Monday, so try to save your capital for the rest of the week. How you doing? How was your weekend? Really small inefficiency here as well. That's nice. That's nice. Happy for you. I passed my three MFFU core accounts as well. So left with two evaluations where I am targeting 1500, and then I've got five accounts from FundedNext as well. So that is going to be my capital to scale up this business again from scratch right now. Thanks, man. FundedNext is pretty good. Like if you look at their program, and I have looked into it, they do operate in India. So yeah, if you wanna give it a look, just look into my description if you are interested. All right, dropping now. Got this volume imbalance. It will be too early for me to go short from here. We've got 6 minutes in macro. It's some sort of confirmation. It can easily keep grinding higher and higher. It's a no news Monday. Just going to stay patient. Maybe around 10:30 it might engineer equal lows, and then run for it around lunch hour macro, because that is what usually happens if it continues on grinding higher and higher until 10:30, which means for the first hour of trading. Yes, seems to be breaking lower. NQ looks strong. Currently got $185 loss, took a short, got stopped out. Did not really wait for proper confirmation there. Minimum $100 for 5 days rule. So per account, the max withdrawal is 1,000. If you got 5 accounts, that will be $5,000 per payout. And then the minimum withdrawal, I think, is 250, if I'm not wrong. All right. Yes, trades lower. NQ is still holding this range. Looks like the drop is coming soon. It is coming from the consequent encroachment of the Friday's opening range gap. NQ might try to make it here. Let's see. And that can be bearish SMP in play. Let's see. Yeah, 5 days, $100, minimum $100 is counted as a winning day. So I might take short if this gets inverted. Will try to get my entry inside the new week opening gap high, and will use somewhat this high as my stop. 254, 234, 233. There should be a breakaway gap, I believe, because of all of this consolidation. All the payouts, bro. So once you have taken your payout, they will reset your days to 0, and then you need to get 5 another days. And I'm short here again. We'll start pyramiding from here to here. And if it shows me bearish inversion from first presented fair value gap, I might add as well. I need to have the opening range gaps for midpoint. It is here after my first partial. This can easily be the engineering of the sell side for lunch our macro as well, which I talked about earlier. This closing inside, I really do not like this, but ES has got this and might use it as bearish inversion. So just going to stick with it. Might be a good opportunity to study this wick here. Should not trade above it. Refer the new week opening gap high here. Adding one more. If I get stopped out here, guys, this is going to be my last trade. And I'm going to close my stream. Alright, trades into the fair value gap that we thought should be the breakaway gap. Looking strong from here. Risking $220 on this, so will be $400 in loss, and I'll be done there for the day. Yep, looks like it is just engineered the highs that are supposed to be taken in the lunch hour macro. Equal highs. Got the Friday's opening range gap, consequent encroachment here, and might continue running higher. Still going to stick with my stop and everything. ES is trading around this upper half of the wick. Looks like it wants to trade to the new week opening gap. Just going to remove it. Hope I answered your question there, Ashik, about the payout thing. And on FundedNext, it's just 3 days. Not really 3 days, so basically 40% consistency that you require for getting a payout. Once you have got 5 of them, they are going to remove the cap, I believe. Alright, it should not now start dropping lower if it wants to trade lower, because ES has referred this and should close below it, which it doesn't really look like. Looks like it is going to continue higher. If it stops me out, I'll close my day here. It's just Monday, take it easy. We've got whole week ahead. Tomorrow we have got news at 10 o'clock, and on Thursday we have got 8:30. So the buffer or the cushion, like for example, will remain static at 50.1k. Alright, got stopped out here. Looks like continuation higher. Got $423 loss on all of the 10 accounts. Alright guys, that will be it for me today. Hope you learned anything. If you did, just drop it a like. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't really like this price action to participate in, to be honest, and will be going off with my day. Yeah. Cheers, have a good day, stay safe. Good trading. Bye.